Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another mukbang. Today's mukbang we have here a little bit of a breakfast bowl, sort of like a macro bowl, really popular, I think, all across the board, but especially in vegan cuisine. It's a little more simple. Normally, with macro bowls or bowls like this, it's nice to have a lot of different ingredients. I just have 4 today because I was a little lazy when I was prep cooking this week. As you guys might know from a earlier video, I like to kind of prep once a week all the food for the week. So it means I'm in the kitchen for several hours in one day, but it really saves time throughout the week. So as you can see here, we have some red quinoa, some collard greens, some fresh salsa, and some tofu scramble. I'll bring it closer. And you can see here I have my little napkin folded up. So this way there's a bit of a slight down angle so that you guys can see a little bit better what's on the plate. I also brought along some Valentina hot sauce just to add a little extra spice and flavor. I'm almost out, as you can see, so I'll have to get some more soon. And for beverages, I made my own beverage from scratch, as I like to do. I have it here in the classic spooky glass, which is probably going to be featured in every eating show video. So I made my own mint lemonade. Basically, it's just mint tea. Tazo mint tea. It has peppermint and spearmint. I brewed that with a little bit of that monk fruit sweetener, which is a calorie-free sweetener. And it tastes really good. I think I brought it up in a previous video. So I added a little bit of sweetness to the mint tea, and then I added lemon juice, not fresh, like the Sicilian lemon juice that comes in a bottle, but it works just as well. And I just mix that together with a little bit of ice. Let's try it out. It's really tart. It's also really cold. I have sensitive teeth, so it's good though. It's very refreshing and tasty. So let's get started. I think I'm going to try the elements on their own. So just plain quinoa. It's really good. Let's try a little piece of collard green. This is just plain steamed. I like collard greens. Let's try just a little bit of tofu. And a little bite of our salsa. Now let's mix it together. If you want the recipe for any of this stuff, feel free to leave a comment below. I can tell you the quinoa was just plain red quinoa that I toasted slightly and then cooked. The collard greens were just, cleaned and then steamed. The salsa was just plum tomatoes that I diced up with some minced sweet Spanish onion and a little bit of sea salt, black pepper, and lime juice. The tofu scramble was just firm tofu that I crumbled with my hands, and then I added some turmeric, which gives it that bright yellow color. Also with some black salt, which is actually pink in color, but it has like a sulfur kind of smell and taste, which gives tofu scramble that eggy kind of flavor. I did a little nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, garlic powder. So the fun part about macro bowls is just mixing it up. I like having everything all together. I'm always the type to kind of mix my foods together. Some people really like eating food separate, but despite all my other things I'm weird about, I like mixing my food. So let's try it all together. Super good. Could probably use a little more salt, but I'm lazy and don't feel like getting it. And I have my hot sauce, so I'm just going to do a little bit. I really like this hot sauce because it's not too spicy, it's more flavorful. Don't you hate when condiments get like the dry crust? Oh, that happens with like hair products and like lotions and moisturizers. I hate that. Okay, let's try with some hot sauce. Valentina's so good. My husband said his coworkers recently introduced him to watermelon, sliced watermelon with Valentina on it, which I guess makes sense because sweet and spicy do go well together. So I don't know if this is just New York City or a city thing. We have a lot of like fruit carts, and sometimes there's carts just for mangoes, for sliced mangoes, and they slice it for you, and you can get it plain or spicy, and they'll put some, I don't know if they do sriracha or Valentina, but they put spicy red sauce. I don't know if I mentioned in a previous video, but I recently found out I'm allergic to mangoes. So sad. It's mostly the skin I'm allergic to and the oils from the skin, but I get a pretty rough reaction, so mango juice or like mango already in a pre-prepared dish is fine. But yeah, I don't think I'll be buying like fresh sliced mango or buying a mango myself anytime soon. This is really good. There's an ice cream truck coming. I'm going to edit the sounds out. So I'm just going to talk over the ice cream truck because I'm kind of on a time crunch today. I'm a co-mod for a fest on LiveJournal, which probably means nothing to a lot of you guys, and I won't get into the boring details of it. But we're posting right now, and today's the day where I oversee the scheduled posting, and one posts in about 15 minutes. So I have to manually go through and like add links, and I could just pause the video and come back, but with the new mic that's really tricky. So I'm hoping I can finish this in 15 minutes. But it basically means I can't pause when there's loud noises and wait for them to go away and resume filming because I need every single minute. If that makes sense. I love bowls like this. Obviously, I'm serving this more on a plate for your visual satisfaction. I have so much quinoa in my teeth right now. But yeah, I'm a big fan of different bowls. I love macro bowls. So this, I think, is tasty. But you could spruce it up even more and have black beans. You could have roasted sweet potato. You could have like tempeh, grilled tempeh or well, actually there's already tofu scramble, but you could do like tempeh bacon or even shiitake bacon, which is pretty popular. I really do hope to film enough to start posting them once a week, but we'll see how it goes. Once I start going more into my strict clean eating, the meals might be less exciting to witness. I mean, this is pretty healthy, but yeah. So shiitake bacon is basically sliced shiitake mushrooms that you can marinate the night before or the day of with liquid aminos or soy sauce, liquid smoke or smoked paprika. You basically want it to get salty and smoky flavored. You can dehydrate them or put them really low in the oven and roast them till they get crispy. And then they're like crispy little bacon bits, and they have that smoky flavor and a crunchy texture. You can throw them into salads, for macro bowls, into wraps. It's really good. I'm just laughing because I worked at a restaurant before my current restaurant. It was also vegan. We had amazing food, but it was so expensive. It was $4.50 for a side of shiitake bacon, and it was like this big. It was like a small little ramekin. Anyway. Alright, one more big bite, and I'm going to chat. The collard greens are like really big pieces. Okay. This is really good. I couldn't drink like a big bottle of it, but like a small glass like this is good. It's very refreshing. That's so much quinoa in my teeth. So I had an idea to talk about like past relationships or my college years, but with the limited time today, I don't think... Oh, I just spilled food. Did you see that? I don't think all the time, so... Never mind that. But I did want to talk to you guys about something. I should really write it down. By the time this goes up, summer will probably be just about over. But I'm really bummed out because it's like slowly winding down as I record this. It's like, it's still the start of August, but having this broken toe has really prohibited me from doing anything. Not that I'm very social and do much in the first place. I might have mentioned this before, but my husband and I have very opposite schedules. I work at a restaurant at night, and he works such long hours. He works like, during the summer, he works over 50 hours a week. And he's salary, so there's no overtime. Winter, at least, he works less hours, but still. So he's gone from 9 a.m., and he doesn't get home until almost 9 p.m. because he works 10 to 8. But he's a manager of the shop that he works at. He works at a bike shop, so he's basically there early, and then closing up takes a while, and then the ride home. It's like a 40-minute commute for him. It's like 45 minutes on a bike, 30 minutes if he takes the train. So yeah, I feel for him. And then, so I'm usually like just waking up in the morning, but we have maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the morning to kind of hang out, but we're not really hanging out. It's him getting ready and me getting ready for my day. I don't leave for work until much later, but I usually get a lot done, like cleaning, cooking, groceries, errands, filming, editing, writing, all the little things, housework stuff I get done. So, usually when I come home at night, he's already in bed because I'm getting home between midnight and 1, depending on how late my tables linger, which is, if you go to a restaurant please see what time the restaurant closes, first of all. Like, don't go to a restaurant blindly. If it closes at 10, don't make a reservation a half hour or 15 minutes before they close. It just sucks. And if they close, if you do, try to move it along. There's people, they just sit around like they have no idea that they're holding us up, you know? They can look around and they see everyone else is gone. We're like in our street clothes, sitting there on our phones like, please. It's so frustrating because we as the servers, we can't leave till all our tables are gone. It doesn't matter if you're paid. Please don't close down a restaurant. Oh well. So the point is, I don't really see him. We have kind of 2 days off a week together. So before I got cut off, I was saying my husband and I kind of have 2 days off together, which used to only be 1 day a week. We have Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays, he'll usually go on like a long bike ride during the day, so we'll have like the afternoon together. And then Tuesday's like our day. You know, we just keep it open. But because it's this 1 day a week and we both are so busy during the rest of the week, we tend to not like go out and be social because we just want to spend time together. So we usually stay in, watch SVU. You know, we don't really go out and do a lot of stuff, which is, I actually really like that. But because I'm antisocial and I don't really drink, I don't like going to bars or clubs or things like that. Every now and then we'll do outdoorsy stuff, like go for hikes or bike rides, but with my toe, it's been, you know, it's been tough. So not to complain or anything, but, you know, so the summer's been kind of like but I have about a month left of like summer, real summer. Once September hits, it can still be warm, but it doesn't feel like summer anymore. So I'm going to try to really enjoy it. And make the most of it. I might even like go to the beach by myself, which I've never done before. There's a movie, it just came out. I forgot about that. Yeah, I also like the idea of like seeing movies on my own. I did it once in my life when Forrest was away. But I think there's something romantic about doing things on your own, whether you're single or not. So I think it'd be kind of cool to go to the beach by myself. I know I could go with a friend, but I have such weird social anxiety. It has to like it would have to be like someone I'm really close to. The only people I would go with would be like my 2 best friends, Megan and Colleen, who don't live in the state anymore. Just because they like get me. I've been like this since I was like very young. I need to always have an escape. Like, I hated getting rides to parties or stuff because you depend on that person to, like, you know, bring you back. So I like to know if I'm at any point feeling anxious or uncomfortable, I can leave, I can cut out. So if I'm, like, joining a group of friends going somewhere, I can, like, leave at any time. But if it's just me and I'm the one organizing, like, let's go to the beach, then it's like I can't do my own thing. I have to do according to what they want to do or what the majority wants to do. And I'm really peculiar. It's just, if you have social anxiety like I do, I think you understand what I mean. And it just becomes stressful. So I'd rather just be alone or do things on my own. Now that I don't really drink anymore, not that I was ever a big drinker, but it also can be like, our culture is so surrounded about drinking, and it is fun. I'm sorry, I'm like choking on quinoa. Having like a drink or two with friends and getting a little buzz or getting really drunk, you know, it does make you more comfortable. You lower your inhibitions, you're on the same level. And I was straight edge throughout college. I went to many parties, totally sober, while everyone else was drunk or high or something. But now that I'm older, now that I've experienced being in the same shoes, it just gets boring being at a bar or a party when you're like the only sober one, which I hate to say, but it's true. You just feel kind of like not in the same frequency as everyone else. So, I mean, I'm also just making excuses for my anti-socialness, so So guys, please excuse the blank screen, although I'll probably post pictures to make up for the fact that it's a blank screen. So my camera ran out of space and it's taking my phone, it's taking a really long time to upload, and lo and behold, it's almost time for work. I promise the next mukbang will be a little more organized and I'll actually finish the topics I bring up. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, leave your comments and thoughts below.